Well, good morning. I hope you're doing well. We're back in Skyrim, and since last time we did Fort Hragstad, we're finally going to head out to the Wolf Den, and that is Wolfskull Cave, and since it's near Fort Hragstad, we're just going to fast travel there. I mean, I hate to have to do that and fast travel to places, but at the same time, it's a lot easier than spending 10 minutes running back over there. So we need to head... Which way are we heading? Okay, if we go up the road, take a left. Is everybody here? Everybody's here. Gotta make sure everybody's here, especially Grandma Shirley. She will enjoy the adventure. So there is a cave around here somewhere. All right, it's around here somewhere. Oop, we got stuck on a tree. I don't think we can... Nope, we can't climb further up that way. Okay. They're looking at me like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm trying to figure out how to get to this cave. Do you mind? Oh, Wolfskull Cave discovered. Ah, here it is. All right. Is it? Yeah, we're going to be prepared for anything, guys. Okay, make sure I got my healing spell up. Oh, wow, this is kind of creepy. Aren't just wolves living down here. I don't know what's down here, but it's human. Okay. I think we just triggered an early alert system. Oh, look!
Let's go.
Draugr! Draugr. Because of course. I'll take that garnet. Should probably take that bone mill. Ah, we'll leave the helm. Or the hammer.
Where are you? There you are. Nice work.
Alright. Where are these people we just killed? A necromancer. Aha. Dwarven oil. I will take that. Necromancer's robes. Magic regenerates 75% faster, but it's like 0 armor. Oh, good grief. Oh, well, you don't need those boots anymore. I'll take those. Novice necromancer. I'll take that arrow back. I only need 1 pair of boots, thanks. We got in here? Empty wine bottle. Not worth anything. Coin purse is worth something. 16 gold. Take the food. Grilled leeks? Absolutely. There's a lot of empty wine bottles here. They were just getting drunk down here. We've searched you. Anything else in here? Nope. Okay, so I guess we're going down further. Whoa! A Draugr White. Ouch. Alright. Almost fell down that hole. Which probably wouldn't have been a great thing. Now... The Draugr White we killed fall down that hole too? No, right here. Oh, there's some foul... Oh, wow. Hi, I'll take that. Take those arrows back too. Some foul deeds going on down here. The skeletons fell down there. That was funny. Nothing in here. And... why am I missing somebody? Not missing... Oh! Are you down there? I guess we are heading down there. Because an ego's already gone down. Oh, Grand Eagle and Grandma Sterling were both down here already. Alright, guys. I get the picture. We have to come down here.
Excuse me, my friend.
Oh, you're fine, Inigo. I mean, after all, you are watching my butt. Okay, what the actual heck? Oh yeah, there's some foul sorcery going on here. Okay, come on, guys.
Let's go.
You should have stuck to entertaining children.
You should have stuck to entertaining children. Is that what he said? Anything else here?
I think ruins always feel unsafe to me.
Because they're ruins, and in Skyrim's case, they are usually associated with some sort of white or undead. I mean, Tundra Cotton, River Betty. Okay. Potion of Extra Magicka. The rest of that stuff you can keep.
Wolf Queen, hear our call and awaken. We summon Potema. We summon Potema.
Oh boy.
Long have you slept the dreamless sleep of death, Potema. No longer. Hear us, Wolf Queen. We summon you. We summon Potema.
Okay. Are summoning evil things.
You are an embarrassment.
You're an embarrassment. I'm assuming he's talking about the bad guy, not me. I'll take that gold. I'll take that petty soul gem. We should probably attempting to stop whatever foul ritual is going on here.
Let's go.
Just this place has in store for us.
Okay. Oh, the Draugr is empty? That's disappointing.
Here we go again.
And before I could even react, they were on top of him. I'll take that gold. You're dead, you don't need gold. Another necromancer.
Yes! Yes! Return me to this realm! As our voices summon you, the blood of the innocent binds you within. Summon the voices bound by love.
Okay, I don't know. That's just some really... This was more than I was expecting. I'll take those arrows.
What? What are you doing? You fools! You cannot bind me to your wills. Summon the words bound by love. You ants don't have the power to bind me.
Yeah, I don't think this is going the way they want it to. I think these people are kind of idiots. These people are kind of idiots. Okay. I don't want the basket.
Let's go.
Let's go. We will at Grandma Shirley as soon as I make sure that... Ooh, resist fire potion. Absolutely. Now if I remember to actually use one as soon as I hear a dragon, I might survive a little bit longer.
Something is wrong. There is an intruder.
Okay, you should have some gold on you, right? Well, a Nordic barnacle. I have no idea what that is. I'll take that petty soul gem. I will take your gold. I'll take that arrow back, thank you. Guess we'll take this Nordic barnacle, even though I have no clue what it's for.
Right.
Search the ash pile, because something got turned to ash. I'll take those arrows. Okay, so it's going up that way. As long as I'm not going into a portal to oblivion, I'll be fine. There I am. Or are you talking to someone else? Alright, come on down, guys. Come meet my friends. Death away too? Because it wasn't me. Ocean of Illusion, I will take that. Oh, I think we just finished it. Ooh, nice. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that other petty soul gem. And, here's the other ritual master. You better have something on you. Really? Oh, you have some black magic robes. Those are nicer than the other ones. And worth a bit. Let me make sure. Oh yeah, the black magic robes are worth about twice as much as the ritual robes. So... Oh, the refugees. Have we leveled up? Woohoo! The smell of the bay oozed through the stones of the cellar, salt and brine decay. The cellar itself had its own sense of old wine turned to vinegar, mildew, and the more exotic spices of herbs the healers had brought with them to tend the wounded. There were more than 50 people squeezed into the big earthen room, which had once been forgotten storage for the brothel above. The groaning and whimpering had ceased for now, and all was still, as if the hospital had turned into a mass grave. "Mother," a red-guard boy whispered. What was that? The boy's mother was about to answer him when there was another rolling roar from outside, which grew louder and louder, as if some great but incorporeal beast had come into the cellar. The walls trembled, and dust burst from the ceiling in a rain of powder. Unlike the last time, no one screamed. They waited until the weird, haunting sound had passed, and then was replaced by the soft rumble of the distant battle. A wounded soldier began whispering Mara's prayer from the doomed. Mankar, a Bosmer woman curled up in a cot, hissed, her eyes feverish, flesh white and wet with sweat. He is coming. Who is coming? Asked the boy, grasping his mother's skirt tight. Who do you think, lad? The sweetsmonger? A grizzled one-armed redguard growled. The Cameron usurper. The boy's mother shot an angry look at the old warrior. She doesn't know what she's saying. She's sick. The boy nodded. His mother was usually right. He had not yet even been born when people began whispering that the Cameron usurper was coming towards her little village, and she had packed up their belongings to flee. Their neighbors had laughed at her, she said, saying that Rihad and Tanef would handily defeat him. Her husband, Lorker's father, who he was never to meet, had also laughed at her. It was the harvest time, and she would miss out on the celebration. But his mother, Miyako, was right. 2 weeks after she fled the village, she heard the tale that it had been obliterated during the night with no survivors. Rihad and Tanef had both fallen. The usurper was unstoppable. Lukar had been born and grown up in refugee camps throughout Hammerfell. He had never known a friend for more than a few days. He knew that when the sky burned red to the west, they would pack up and move east. When it burned to the south, they moved north. At last, after 12 years of moving from camp to camp, they had taken passage across the Iliac Bay to the province of High Rock and the barony of Dwinnen. There, Miyako had promised and hoped that they would have a peaceful, permanent home. It was so green there, it blinded him. Unlike Hammerfell, which was only green in certain seasons and in certain places, Dwinnen was verdant year-round, until wintertide, when it began to snow, and Lukar had been frightened of it at first. He was ashamed to think of it now, when there was real danger, but the red clouds of war, the stink and pain of the refugee camp, that was familiar. Now the red sky was on the horizon of the bay and coming closer, and he longed for the days when a scattering of white made him cry. Mankar, the Bosmer woman cried out again. He is coming, and he will bring death. No one is coming, said a pretty young Breton healer, coming to the woman's side. Hush now. Hello? Came a voice from above. The whole room, almost together as one, gasped. A Bosmer limped down the shoddy wooden stairs, his friendly face very obviously not that of the Cameron usurper. Sorry if I frightened you, he said. I was told there were healers here, and I could use a little help. Rosania hurried to take a look at the Bosmer's wounds on his leg and chest. Disheveled, but still beautiful, she was one of the favorites of the brothel, who had learned her healing skill along with her more vocational skills at the house of Debella. She carefully but quickly pulled the rent leather, cuirass, chaussee, tassets, greaves, and boots off him, and placed them to the side while she examined the injuries. The old red-guard warrior picked them up and studied them. You were in the war. Next to it is probably a better way to put it, the Bosmer smiled, wincing slightly at Rosiana's touch. Behind it, beside it, in front of it. My name is Orban Imlock. I'm a scout. I tried to avoid the real battle so I can get back and report what I see. A good job for people who don't like the color of their own blood very much. Huh, said the warrior, shaking Orban's hand. I can't fight anymore, but I can fix up this armor if you're good to return. You're a leathersmith? Nah, just a jack of all trades, retried him, opening up a small canister of wax to prep the hard but flexible leather. I could tell you were a scout from the armor, though. Can you tell us what you've been spying on? We've been down in here for half a day now with no word from the outside. The entire Iliac Bay is one great battlefield on the waves, said Orban, and sighed as Rosiana's spell began to close his jagged but shallow wounds. We shut off the invasion from the mouth of the bay, but I was coming from the coast, and the enemy's army is marching over the Rothgarian mountains. That's where I had my little scuffle. It's not too surprising, moving the flank in from the side while the front battle is occupied. It's a ploy right out of Camoran Kaltos' book of tricks the Heart King borrowed. The Heart King? Lukar asked. He had been listening quietly, understanding everything except that. Haemon Cameron, the Cameron usurper. Haemon Heart King. They're all the same, lad. He's a complicated fellow, and needs more than one name. You know him, Miyako asked, stepping forward. Near on 20 years before this whole black bloody business, I was Cameron Kaltos' chief scout, and Haemon was his sorcerer and advisor. I helped them both when they were vying for the Cameron throne. and began the conquest of Ouch! Rajana had ceased her healing. With eyes of fury, she had reversed her spell, and the closed, mended wounds were opened again, dark inflections returning. She held him with surprising strength when Orban tried to pull back. You bastard, the healer courtesan hissed. I have a cousin in Falinesti, a priestess. She's fine, Orban yelped. Lord Kaltos was very adamant about not harming anyone who did not pose a threat. I think the people of Kvatch would disagree with that assessment, said Him coldly. That was horrible. The worst thing I've ever seen, Orban nodded. Kaltos wept when he saw what Haman had done. My master did everything he could to stop it, begging the Hort King to return to Valenwood. But he turned on Kaltos, and we fled. We are not your enemy, and we have never been. Kaltos could do nothing to prevent the horror that the usurper had brought to the Colopian West, and Hammer fell, and he has fought for 15 years to prevent more. The frightening bestial roar passed through the cellar again, even louder than before. The wounded could not help groaning in helpless terror. And what is that? Miakal sneered. Another of Cameron Kaltos' tricks, and that the usurper picked up. It is indeed a trick, as a matter of fact, Orban yelled above the screech. It's a phantasm he employs to scare people. He had to use pure tactics in the beginning when his power was ascending, and he has to fall back on them now for his power is waning. That is why it took him 2 years to conquer Valenwood, and another 13 to half-conquer Hammerfell. No offense to your Redguards, but it isn't only your battle prowess that has been holding him back. He does not have the support he used to have from his master. The echoing roar increased in intensity, before once again falling silent. Mankar, the Bosmer woman groaned. He comes, and he will destroy all. His master, asked Lorcar, but Orban's eyes had gone to the Bosmer woman, curled up in her blood-soaked cot. Who is she? Orban asked Rajana. One of the refugees, of course, from your friendly little war in Valenwood, before you and your Kaltos changed sides, the healer replied. I think her name is Kalis. By Jevfer, Orban whispered under his breath, limping over to the woman's cot and wiping the sweat and blood-streaked hair from her pallid face. Kalis? It's Orban. Do you remember me? How did you get here? Did he hurt you? Mankar, Kalis moaned. That's all she says Rosiana. I don't know what that is, Orban frowned. Not the usurper, though she knew him too. Very well. She was a favorite of his. His favorites? You, Kaltos, her, all seem to have turned against him, said Miakal. That is why he will fall, replied Ham. Armored footfall rang along the ceiling, and the cellar door burst open. It was the captain of Baron Arthrock Castle Guards. The docks are on fire. If you want to live, you'll need to take refuge at Castle Whitemore. We need help, Rosiana called back. But she knew that the guards were needed for defense, not to help carry the sick to safety. With 10 guards who could be spared, and the most able-bodied of the wounded assisting, the cellars were emptied as the streets of Dwinnen filled with smoke, and fire began to spread through the chaos. It had been a single fireball miscast out at sea, striking the docks, but the damage would be tremendous. Some hours later, in the courtyard of the mighty castle, the healers were able to set up the cots and begin to tend once again to the suffering of the innocent. The first person Rosiana found was Orban Imlock. Even with his wounds reopened, he had helped carry 2 of the patients into the castle. I'm sorry, she said, as she pressed her healing hands onto his wounds. I lost my temper. I forgot that I am a healer. Where is Kylas? Orban asked. She's not here? Rosiana said, looking around. She must have run away. Run away? But wasn't she injured? It was not a healthy situation, but new mothers can surprise you with what they can do when it's all over. She was pregnant, Orban gasped. Yes. It wasn't such a difficult birth in the end. She was holding the boy in her arms when I saw her last. She said she had done it herself. She was pregnant, Orban murmured again. The mistress of the Cameron usurper was pregnant. Word quickly spread throughout the castle that the battle was over, and more than that, the war was over. Haman Cameron's forces had been defeated at sea, and in the mountains, the Hort King was dead. Lucre watched down from the battlements into the dark woods that surrounded Dwinnen. He had heard about Kalis, and he imagined a desperate woman fleeing with her newborn baby in her arms into the wilderness. Kalis would have nowhere to go, no one to protect them. She and her baby would be a refuge, like Michael and him had been. Reflecting back, he remembered her words. He is coming, and he will bring death. He will destroy all. Lucre remembered her eyes. She was sick, but not afraid. Who was this he who was coming if the Cameron usurper was dead? Did she say nothing else? Asked Arbin. She told me the boy's name, Raziana replied. Mankar. Wow, I didn't expect that to be that long, but it was also very interesting. I couldn't stop reading once I started. So we've got that book to add to our collection. And I think we need to leave here now. Although how we're going to get out of here, I don't know. I think we've already examined this ash pile. We'll check again. Yeah. We've checked it. There's a chest down there somewhere. There is. Alright, how do we get down there? There's a chest down there. There has to be a way down there. Oh, probably just go down the stairs here, right? After we double check and make sure we didn't miss anything. Oh, are those mushrooms? No, that's not a mushroom. That's a dead body. Yeah. This is where we need it to go. The noises are creepy in here. No, but I will grab those mushrooms. I want to find that chest. Oh, hello. Well, since y'all came through there this way. Oh, hi guys. You're like, you're a dummy. You could have just taken the stairs. I'm like, okay, but I didn't know. Really don't much like being here. Yeah, I think that just went all the way up to where we were. All right. Yeah, see, there's a chest right over there. All right, how do we get to it? Ooh. Probably not like that. Oh. Here I am missing all these mushrooms. Oh, there it is down there again. Oh, ow. That was kind of painful. Fortunately, it wasn't deadly. And even more fortunately still, my companions aren't dumb enough to jump down here with me. Scroll of Mayhem. Well, that's worth a pretty penny. Alright. What's that? Potion of Healing, which we almost need it. Weak aversion to shock. was not the best way to get down there, but we did manage to survive. And now, where is everybody? Where am I? Oh, hi, guys. Thank you for joining me. Yes, I know that was a dumb move. Don't yell at me, Grandma Shirley. I know it was a dumb move. Now we have to figure out how to get out of here. All that for that chest. Although that chest did have a very expensive scroll in it, and I cannot complain. Take that. Might as well search this necromancer again while we're waiting. I don't want to be picking up everybody's junk on the way out. If their junk was worth something, I'd be picking it up for certain. But it's not really worth anything. The sound effect in here are downright creepy. Bleeding crown. I don't think I've found those mushrooms before. Well, I found a couple of them now. The Wolfskull cave. All right. Yep, keep your swords out. We are not out of the woods yet. How do we get back up there? We may end up having to port out of here. I don't know if I can figure out my way out of here. I did not see a way out from in there, and I don't think we can get back up there. You know what would have been the smart thing to do? If we had some rope to see if we could make a rope ladder coming down. That probably would have been a smart move, but since we didn't do that, you know, well, I'll take that shield. It's worth a little more than most of the other stuff I've seen. Yeah, I know. This is not very exciting, guys, but I don't know where we're going. Oh, we have not been this way, have we? Or have we? Not sure. Might have been this way already. Yeah, we have been. Alright, so we've been that way. I don't think we could go the other way. Yeah, we can't go the other way. And we've already learned what happens if we fall, and that is far too steep a fall. I mean, that smaller fall almost killed me. That one definitely would. I mean, we could probably put our weapons away at this point, but, guys, y'all just, hang in there. Did I see hanging moss? Okay. Each time we go through, I find something else, so I guess this is not a total waste. Gotta be some way out. Something I'm missing. A secret door. A crack in the wall. A lever. Anything. Yeah, the sound effects are creepy. No lie. They make me jump every time I hear what sounds like a a ghost or a Draugr. Even though it seems like we might have cleared the place of all things that were still moving. I was going to say still alive, but clearly not all of them were still alive anyway. Okay, this is where we jumped down and almost died. We don't want to do that again. Didn't want to repeat of that. What a fine mess we've gotten ourselves into, guys. What a fine mess indeed. We just kicked a basket. Let's not fall. Oh, there's another stair up. Boy, I'm an idiot. Loots. Maybe I'm not an idiot, because I have been here before too. I am an idiot. There we go. There's a lever. See? I went around and around and around for nothing. I kind of thought that might be a bridge, but I didn't see the lever the first time. Oh, that's a nice bit of gold. Some gems. Spell tome, oak flesh. Improve the caster's armor rating by 40 points for 60 seconds. I like that. Staff of the familiar. Summon a familiar for 60 seconds wherever the caster is pointing. Oh, hi. Okay, we would have missed all sorts of goodies there if we hadn't figured things out. I'm glad I just didn't decide to just pour it out of here. Because that was some nice loot. That was some nice finds. And a door. Back in the Wolfskull cave. Alright guys, where are we? Trying to figure out if they're in the way, which does not make life easier for me. And we can't go that way. Before I jump down, look around, make sure there's nothing I'm missing. There we go. We made it out. We did it, guys. Oh, we found some snowberries. We did it. We have gone into the necromancer's lair and survived. And I'll take all the snowberries. Right, so Solitude is that way. The Fast Empire Company warehouse is that way. Speak to Falk Firebrand, that is at Solitude. Okay, and I will head out that way. Next time, well, we'll see what other trouble we get into next time. Until then, bye for now.